If anyone wants to step foot, if anyone wants to dare cross any sort of lines or step through any sort of doors, or hell, if you're just looking for a good fight, we're your demon.
Hello, and a very warm welcome to the Gimme Wrestling podcast. My name is Anne, and today, in association with Soundsphere magazine, we are bringing you an interview with Rosemary. Dudes, I was really excited to do this interview. A lot of fun, and we got to talk to Rosemary about a lot of things, including a potential AEW crossover, the fact that there's a bunny alive in AEW, which we saw die in Rosemary's arms last year, as well as her match against Deonna Purrazzo at Against All Odds on June the 12th. Dudes, enjoy the interview. Thank you so much to Impact Wrestling for making this interview happen. And if you enjoy the content and you want to see more like it, likes on the video help out, sharing the video helps out, and subscribe to the channel for more content. And let Rosemary know that you're a fan of her on Twitter. All the links are in the description. Guys, enjoy the interview. Today, I'm joined by the Demon Assassin, Rosemary. Thank you so much for joining me. How are things with you right now?
Oh, everything's absolutely coming up. Demon Assassin, isn't it, child?
Cool. You seem really hot on the heels of Deonna Purrazzo at the minute, right now, leading up to Against All Odds and with your eyes on the Knockout Championship. But Havoc, she's been trying to get in your way. What's the best way to deal with a competitor like Havoc, Rosemary?
There's no better way to deal with family than up front, darling. We've been pursuing her for weeks now, trying to get her to leave the humans behind and come back into the family. She does hail from the Undead Wasteland, not human like she pretends to be. No. She's one of us, and she belongs with family. So the best way to deal with her, of course, is the only way you can deal with family, and is to kick their ass until they listen.
Family is really important to you, so you're spending a lot of energy trying to get Havoc to join the family. What's so important about family to you?
There's a very real side of us, which we do have our own our own wants and needs, of course. Now, the number one, we are an agent of the shadow. So if the shadow says go, the shadow points, the demon assassin obeys. The shadow said, bring Havoc back into the fold. And we said, absolutely, brilliant. It's about time. Should have been done ages ago. So went out there, and yes, absolutely. We've been actively pursuing her. She is a bit resistant. But from our own point of view, Havoc and Rosemary, we are tied for eternity. While she does hail from the same land that we do, from a different region, of course. But in our manifestation in this realm, the first time we fought in human body in this earth realm, it was against Havoc. Okay. That is a bond that one cannot break.
And how long ago was that?
That was 2015 Earth Realm year in Smash Wrestling.
Wow.
Yes.
Brilliant.
Our first manifestation, and you don't break that bond very easily.
Once it's happened, it keeps happening. Let's talk a little bit about Deonna Purrazzo, because of course she's been a force on Impact since she joined the company. What can we expect to see when the Demon Assassin goes against the Virtuosa and they go head to head?
We will give credit where credit is due. She is an incredible warrior, and definitely one very smart. Plays cerebral games as well, not just a brute force. She's very good at maneuvering. She does seem to be losing control of her minions, however. You want to be careful with that. We did warn about the dangers that Susan presents. But if nobody's going to listen to us, that she's one of the most dangerous creatures in this realm and the next, then that's their problem.
Sorry, go on.
Oh, sorry. No,
you
wanted to talk about the title shot. It did land in our laps rather unexpectedly, but we're not going to turn down such a lucrative event. We were chasing Havoc, but if there's a little detour, if we could pick up a little gold, that does sort of add to the persuasive efforts that we could look, there's prizes here in Decay. Come home.
It makes you more appealing. So have you got any devious tricks up your sleeve ready for Deonna?
No devious. No? Nothing like that. We prefer, and as we said, the same way about dealing with family, just go head to head and take them out. This time we're going in to this battle straight. We're going in honest, and we're going in open, because what the demon truly wants, what we truly value, is that pure, instinctual battle that brings out all the aggression, the and everything after, when all is said and done, when the bodies are left lying and all that's left is you, breathless, energyless, and you know exactly who you are. You feel more alive, even closer to death. You feel more alive than ever. That's what we want from Diona. We've challenged her now to leave Kim and Susan in the back. We will tell the boys, Crazy Steve and Toulouse of Decay, no, we want to do this alone. This is us proving ourselves on the battlefield, one-on-one, hand-to-hand, in the most pure form of combat there is. Diona, don't deny us this.
But how far will you go to get that gold, Rosemary? What as far? So there is something there.
There are no restrictions once the battle is started.
Of course.
Once you're out there, you do what it takes to win. We're not worried about these rules. We're not concerned about disqualifications. No. Bring everything you have. Throw it all at us, because we will throw it all at you.
Brilliant. I know that you've been practicing tarot as well to learn about the future. Have you done a reading on yourself recently? And did it tell you anything about the match against all odds?
Well, here's the thing, as a temporal creature dealing with paradox rifts and time shifts, there are millions, an infinite number of possible futures. We're trying to learn how to guide those, rather than just reading them, trying to see how to guide the path towards the ones we want. And tarot seems to be a gateway, a way that we could possibly predict the key moments of where, push here, pull there. That's how you get to the future that you want. So yes, we are dabbling. We're not experts yet, or we would already have all the championship golds. But we're working on it. Things do look bright.
I'm sure if you keep practicing, your skills will enhance in the future. So let's talk a little bit about Kenny Omega, current Impact world champion, and cross promotion with Impact. It's something that we all want to see. Like an incredible women's division on Impact. Like let's see that invisible line be crossed. But there's something to talk about with AEW, because they've got the bunny there, and we all remember seeing Ali die in your arms last year. So what is this? Is it an imposter, an extension of the multiverse? What do you think, Rosemary?
Honestly, dear, we have no idea. That's an anomaly that we have not looked into yet. It's intriguing, but that we can tell you as much. That is not our bunny. Our bunny is dead.
Okay.
And there is no bringing her back. Her soul crossed into oblivion. This is a parallel. This is an alternate dimension. This is a different reality. We talked about infinite different timelines. There are infinite different parallels as well. She's something from a different timeline, which is an anomaly that we don't know. Does she work for the shadow? She may be an enemy and not an ally.
Okay, so you'd be cautious around her.
Absolutely. Sure. Tread carefully. We don't know her intentions, and we don't know who she is.
What would you say to any of the, obviously you're going for the gold now, you might have the gold, and what if one of the women from AEW was to come to you? What would you say to them if they dare cross into your multiverse, Rosemary?
Darling, we've never turned down a battle in our life. If anyone wants to step foot, if anyone wants to dare cross any sort of lines or step through any sort of doors, or hell, if you're just looking for a good fight, we're your demon.
Great. Speaking of bunnies, let's talk a little bit about animals, Rosemary. Do you like animals?
Well, more than humans.
A lot of people have a spirit animal they identify with. You're quite spiritual yourself. So what would be your demon animal, Rosemary?
Oh, It does shift and turn with the temporal tides. Sometimes what you are changes so that the animal is a different form at different stages in your existence. But right now, we'll say, well, the form of a minotaur certainly has been effective lately, hasn't it?
I imagine that's a hell of an animal to be, sure. You've already achieved so much, Rosemary, in your wrestling, and we're thankful to have you on our screens every week, that's for sure. But what's been your greatest memory of wrestling so far?
Oh, goodness. There's been an absolute an unpacking to do here.
So a lot of years wrestling.
A lot. Well, you know what? We'll keep it simple. One of our greatest experiences, and this is certainly linked to who we're talking to and the realm that you represent. The first time one of the very first moments of our time in Impact Wrestling came on a UK tour. And the first time DK as a full unit rather than one appearing here, one appearing there. The first time we came out as a full unit, Abyss, Crazy Steve, and ourselves, Rosemary, was in the UK, and we stepped out on top of the ramp. We hadn't even appeared on television yet because of the taping delay, and the crowd in the UK was singing our theme back to us. They already knew, and to step out there and to have all the hivelings serenading you with this dark theme, we were home.
Wow, that's awesome to hear. I love hearing stories from the UK. Have you got any more stories from the UK outside of wrestling, Rosemary?
Outside of wrestling? Oh, well, it is one of our favorite places to visit. It's true. And it does kill us that we haven't been able to get over there. So the second the world opens up again and we can come perform and explore in the UK again, we will be there because there's a few rituals we would like to try out at Stonehenge if it's not too much trouble.
It's certainly a spiritual place there, Rosemary. And so here we go then. If not the UK, like if you could place a wrestling ring in one place in the world, where would it be? And would it be a four-sided ring or a six-sided ring?
Oh no, don't ask us that. The boys get terribly mad when we say we want the six-sided ring back, but it's just so much more difficult for us to do a coast to coast and a four-side.
Shorter span. So where would you place it, Rosemary? Where would you like it to be?
The Undead Realm.
The Undead Realm.
Yes. Let's have a show from our world.
Have you got a specific location in the Undead Realm? How do you envisage it, Rosemary?
The moment we take the throne back from our father and we stand over his fallen form, and then in victory, we hold a wrestling show in celebration of our coronation.
Why hasn't this happened in the last year when we couldn't perform on this realm as easily in front of fans?
Well, we're sorry, the war isn't going as quickly as we'd hoped.
Well, hopefully it'll happen soon. Hopefully it'll happen soon, Rosemary. Let's have a couple of fun questions now. If you was looking for employment in another job, what job would Rosemary fit in? I say the most, but potentially the least. Where could you scare people the most, Rosemary?
Oh goodness, there's so many opportunities. You are such a jumpy lot, aren't you? Perhaps doing horror films or something along those lines. But we do work out well. Our profession as an assassin and as a professional wrestler is working out well, but maybe a mercenary.
A mercenary.
Gun for hire, yes.
Fantastic. I certainly wouldn't like to be on the other side of you with a gun. When live music returns then, Rosemary, what band would you go see? Who would it be?
Live music. You might not expect this from us looking at us maybe, but we actually do think that the best contribution next to drawing artwork, but music is art as well. And the Demon Assassin is a great connoisseur of art, and we have been immersing ourselves in the music of your human world. And all different types that certainly convey different emotions, whether you're going into battle, whether you're relaxing, whether you're meditating, whether you're communing with the shadow. It's all different types of music that is needed. But we want to show we would like a show, the loud, raucous. Do you still do mosh pits, humans? We've noticed that that's been a bit taboo.
For the last year, no, but
Yeah.
we're ready to get back to them.
People don't really like fighting with each other on the dance floor. We're not sure why.
We're Brits. We love fighting on the dance floor.
Oh, perfect then. So let's go.
Let's speak about your paintings. So clearly you've got a lot of artwork around you.
Yes.
Is that something you've been doing a lot during this time of the last year?
Some of it we've done, but a lot of this in our lair is artwork of the hivelings, from people around the hive, all the pledges to the shadow, and each of them perceive the demon assassin in a different way. You can see this one right behind us here with the yellow background is a bit more abstract, whereas say this one here is more based in reality. Art is so subjective, and art is so, it brings out what you see in whether the darkness or the light inside you. It brings out who you are, and you put it on the page, or you put it in your music, or you put it in your performance, or you put it in your battle, and it's all about who you are. It's the most honest display of what you could do. So yes, we definitely value art, our own and that of the hive.
That's awesome. And have you been working on any of your own, Rosemary, or?
Yes, of course, absolutely. We don't have it handy in here, but actually we were doing a painting for the Valkyrie to cheer her up in prison. She is, well, it's not very prison, it's a lavishly decorated cell, but still she's in solitary. So we were going to send her a painting. We were doing one of the housewives of Slamtown for her.
Really? Wow.
Yes, the moment we were trying to suck out her friend's soul. It was a beautiful moment.
Because I can't imagine you doing landscapes, Rosemary, or something like that. Right, cool. You've got a cinema to yourself, Rosemary. What movie's playing?
Whoa, goodness. Evil Dead 2.
Perfect.
Yes.
Perfect. Not the first one.
No. The second one. We like a little mischief in our horror.
Absolutely. More fun. And did you enjoy the series, Rosemary?
We haven't got to it yet.
All this time, and you've not got to the series yet.
Yes. We like to wait for things so we can watch it all in one lump. We're not exactly the most patient of creatures. We don't want to wait week to week.
Bruce Campbell's chin would be frowning right now, Rosemary.
Bruce Campbell's chin is majestic.
If chins could kill, right? So you're bored at home, you're going to throw on a video game. What video game is it going to be, Rosemary?
Well, actually, lately we have been getting into video games. We've noticed that it is a way to connect with a lot of the hivelings. It's certainly and there's a lot of art that goes into these sort of things. And the one that we've really been taken by lately has been Control.
Oh, brilliant.
Yes, it's closer than you think to the truth.
Brilliant. Yeah, that's great. And it's interesting, Rosemary, you do see art in everything, which is and just looking at you and your style, you can certainly tell that. Right. You're buying an ice cream, Rosemary. It looks like you might have one dripping down your face a little bit. But what toppings are you going to put in it? Oh God, this is getting bad. I'm scared. What ice cream would you buy, and what toppings would you add?
We like to keep things simple. There's no need to hide a flavor with all this extra nonsense. It's straightforward. Chocolate, just chocolate. It's one of the best things you creatures have ever come up with.
Well, we all love chocolate. Rosemary, it's been wonderful talking with you. Thank you so much. I don't want to take any more of your time, but is there anything you want to promote apart from Against All Odds, where we can see Rosemary in action? Is there anything you'd like to promote on your social media or anything like that?
Yes, we absolutely. Against All Odds and Weekly Impact, you can watch on Impact Plus, of course. For ourselves, if you wish to learn more about the Word of the Shadow and see exactly what we're preaching and exactly what we're talking about, we are most active on your Twitter social media platform, which is at We Are Rosemary. And if they are so inclined and you want to acquire dark relics of ours, please visit demonxbunny.com.
Fantastic. Thank you so much, Rosemary, and best of luck Against All Odds. Do you have anything left to say to the fans before you shoot?
Join the shadow, join the hive, and make the right choice, because all things in the end come to decay.